Hello, Mystic Misty here. I wanted to come on today to share with you a new way of looking at a cord cutting ceremony. So the ingredients that I ask that you have are 3 candles, red, white, and black. Obviously, with those 3 candles, you need holders for them, and if you don't have them, remember you can always heat the bottom of your candle and stick it on the bottom of your candle dish. You do need a candle plate. You can go to the Dollar Tree for that. It doesn't cost that much money. I want you to have salt. I have the coarse sea salt. You can also use the fine sea salt. It's whichever you choose. I also have some pink Himalayan salt as well as homemade black salt. It's such an easy thing to make, so I always think that people should make their own. Again, I also have a little bit of yellow salt, and if you don't know what yellow salt, it's just salt with cumin. Cumin, yeah, it keeps every bad energy away. So to start off, what we're going to do is go ahead and get our candle offering plate started. I always call it a candle offering plate. If it's got candles on it and I'm offering it any intentions, that is the offering. So let's go ahead and get our salt on our plate. Let me move some of the things out of this way here so you guys can see. I try to allow the salt just to go in the circle around the outer rim, because you have to think, that anything that enters the circle or exits out of the circle. So we want to make sure that we're protecting ourselves from the negative energy that we are trying to release, or whatever the awakening attachment may be. So I always go with the white salt first, the natural sea salt. Usually that is my very first thing. Then I want to go ahead and grab my black sea salt. Now, if you're good, you could just sprinkle it around. If you're not, we always have our little spoons that we can use. I just sprinkle mine around. I make it so it's not like I'm trying to conserve it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around that outer rim that I just did. So in the inside, we've got a white ring, and now we have the black salt ring. The next thing I'm going to do is get my pink Himalayan salt. And I'm not even thinking about the placements of my candles yet. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm not worried about that. Right now, I just want to get my salt, bringing it all the way into the center. So let's go ahead and go around with the pink Himalayan salt. And notice that you should still have one spot in the center of that circle. Again, if you had different salts as well, you can go ahead and keep adding them in. So I'm doing the white, the black, the pink, and the yellow. All I'm doing now is just kind of giving it a little bit of a shake, mixing up all the ingredients in the inside, and I'm dumping that right directly in the center. And I'm just going to go ahead and empty that container because I've had it for a while now, so time to make a new batch. Okay, so now that I have the bottom lining, I normally don't ever do that, but I just wanted to give it a shake just to see if it would lay perfectly, and it still does. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is, now is the time I want to think about where are my candles going to sit on this plate. Well, I know that I want to make a triangle with these candles, okay? So I'm going to have one at the head. I've got this cute little one to distinguish. And because it's the head, it's going to represent me as I am in this moment. I'm going to have 2 other candles I'm going to put on the corners, right? One of those will be red and one of those will be black. And what I'm doing is I'm thinking of, and this is how it was downloaded into me. It's where we have been, where we are now, and where we still have yet to go. The red signifies so much more than just love. To me, it also symbolizes blood. So this is going to represent our blood offering, or our blood lineage. I don't believe in cutting myself, so ain't no blood going to touch these things. So I will just buy the red candle. Okay, so now we know where our candles are going to sit. I want to go ahead and move them. You can see beneath where it sits. So this is what I want to take the intention with my spices individualizing each one of these positions in life. So I have fresh rosemary, fresh lavender, and fresh spearmint. So those are going to be the first three things that I'm going to do. And the first thing I want to do is with the rosemary, I'm going to think about the opposite candle, not my main candle. So let's go ahead and start with the candle farthest away. So for me, it's going to represent the future rosemary. And I'm going to sit it right where that candle is going to sit on top of it, okay? Not yet though, because I want to add some ground spice to that as well. Okay, so we've got a rosemary. Put the rosemary to the side. I want to grab the lavender. This is going to represent the white candle, where we are going, the future self. I want to make sure I'm adding healing in it, because we've all been through some stuff lately. We have all been through some stuff lately. So we want to make sure that we're healing as we're in this progression. All right, now I'm going to get that fresh spearmint. Again, I'm going to put that over where that third candle will sit on top of. You can also, if you have the holders and you're not just positioning the candles down, you can put some of those ingredients inside your actual candle holder as well. I generally don't. It makes it kind of a bit of a pain in the butt to clean up after. Okay, so I have cayenne, I have cumin, okay, and I have garlic salt. Actually, I do believe I have, there we go. I also had red pepper chili flake. Now on the red pepper chili flake, red candle, red pepper chili flake. The candle that we are talking about of our past, right? That is where we want that to go. So we have our beginning, our who we are with our lavender that will represent our white candle at the head, okay? We have our red candle to one side and our black candle to the opposite. It's forming a triangle. So I have my black candle with my spearmint. That's where I'm going. That is what I'm in now. It's what I'm in now. Let's put it that way. The rosemary is where your red candle is going to be. This is your past, your the blood tie. Where that blood tie is, that's where I'm adding some spice. And I'm not going to put it in a mound on top. I'm thinking about the positioning at this point. I might as well go ahead and put it down. And I want to put it around the actual candle itself, okay? Let's get it going around. Mine's well, right? So we can make sure we have the full circle. And I do want you to make a circle all the way around, all the way around. Okay, I've got the cumin. Now I'm just going to shake this one. And in the cumin, I'm thinking of my black candle. So we have where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. So here is on the peppermint, on the spearmint. Makes no sense. Spearmint and cumin, sweet and spicy. You get it? Sweet and spicy. And that's exactly what we're doing. And I'm knocking over my candle. Maybe I wasn't supposed to sit it there until I was done. Probably so, but I wanted you guys to see exactly how to do the circle. Okay, so now we have that just in there. Does not have to be a perfect circle on that one. I want it underneath the bottom of it, okay? Because I'm going to do this thing. Where are they at? Wonderful eggshells, don't throw them away. You can recycle them in your plants, in your craft, in your manifestations. So, again, where that candle is going to sit, I'm going to set it there. Even though I just dropped the other one, I'm going to go ahead and set it there just so I can make sure I'm getting this eggshell fully encompassing around. I want, just like the salt circle, I want that eggshell to be every ounce of that all the way around. All the way around. And that's the great thing with eggshells. You can always just go make more eggs. No big deal. You got plenty of eggshells. You can always get more eggs. Okay. So now I know where that one's going to sit. I'm going to go ahead and set them. I want them to stay now. Okay, so now, cayenne pepper. We're going to bring on the heat. It's kind of interesting that my brain has taken heat, sorry about that, to the future. But I'm already going to put healing in that future. So I want to make sure that I'm putting protection with the healing. The spice is a little bit, especially the heat, when we add a heat element to any one of our affirmations or intentions, is what we're doing, intentions. Anytime we want to do something, we have sweet and spicy over here. We have a little bit of rosemary, which is savory and spicy on our past, and then we've got the healing and spicy as well. Now, lavender is not sweet, but it is soothing. So we have soothing, and then we have excitement, and that's what I want you to be visualizing with these ingredients that we're incorporating. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put some of these ingredients away. I like to work in a clean space, and it's always better that way, right? Ooh, we're going to do that one. I haven't done that one yet. I need to make sure we get the cumin. The garlic salt is going to be next. I do have a bay leaf. Passion flower. Passion flower is so interesting because it's like a bunch of sticks. And I am going to just form a triangle with the sticks that's in the bunch of the fresh passion flower. Sorry about that. I'm trying to form my words here and I'm like losing my breath. Okay, so I always, again, I'm tidying it up. I'm gonna, if any ingredients are on the desk, just get them and set them right in that candle offering plate, somewhere close to where they would normally be. Okay, so we have our candles to the side. Let me put this away. Let's do the garlic salt now. Now, on the garlic salt seals. It seals in a way that it doesn't allow negative energy back out. So anytime you do like an egg cleanse per se, you always want to start with garlic salt because garlic salt will seal whatever intention's being sent to you. So you wait for it to rest, you observe it, you don't ever look on top, you seal it, and then you go ahead and do your return to sender on it. Return to sender. Yeah, sometimes you have to return to sender because people are just crazy these days. Okay. Now this is the interesting part. Remember, we're doing a triangle, okay? I want to go around the edge of the plate after these ingredients are laid, and I want to do a circle on top of the salt that's already there. I know it sounds crazy, y'all. Just trust me. We're sealing in a salt circle with salt, then garlic salt. And I would tell you something that came in my brain right now, but y'all are like, this bitch is crazy. I'm going to say it. Think of energy vampires. What is the philosophy of vampires? Just the term vampires. In all the movies, they speak of the allergies to salt. To garlic. So, energy vampires. Somebody trying to take from me. No. No more taking. No more taking. Okay, now that I have all the ingredients on my plate, the only other things that I have left to add, besides my candles, I've got some chips, crystal chips. Again, I've got the red, I've got the blue, and I've got the green. This is Peridot, lapis lazuli, and ruby. So, I'm going to do chips. I'm going to keep these chips around the candles or the intentions that I'm setting with them. So wherever my red candle, I'm putting those red colored, bright colored chips or crystals. And if you have crystals, which I always advise you have crystals on you, and we'll talk about in a second about, black tourmalines and red jasper and carnelian and mookaite and cruel quartz. So we'll talk about that in a second. But if you do have chips, not everybody does, why not? What else are you going to use them for? Let's take advantage of having these properties and using the properties that they bring with it. Sorry, I didn't put any on the back side of this candle. Ooh, I think I just dropped one. Okay, the peridot is going to be the future self, so that's going to go in front. So lapis lazuli is clarity, clairvoyance, is seeing clearly, understanding clearly, so on and so forth. I want that one that's going to be representing my black candle of here I am now. Not where I've been in the past with the red candle. here I am now, okay? So I want to be able to see very clearly with what I'm going through now and the time that I'm going through it. Goodness gracious, can you just sit in your little candle plate for me for a second? I tell you what, that little girl does not want to stay there, does she? All right, so then I'm just going to get my Peridot, do the same exact thing. This is going to be where my white candle's going to go. Y'all don't make fun of me for my accent. I am Texan. I'm a Texan. I'm a country girl. Okay. So now I have that on there. Let me move this over. I'm trying to keep my table cleared off. Like I said, I'm sorry. I know it's probably annoying y'all. Okay. All right. So, again, I really don't want the candles in there yet. I don't know why I'm doing that. The last thing that I like to do with my candles or my intentions is I like to add a little bit of fresh ingredient as well. So we've got dry ingredients. We have got disturbances in my salt plate because of my daggum candle. So I also want to have fresh ingredients, and the beauty in this is this ingredient that I'm doing here, these little beautiful lilac flowers. I'm going to put them in the middle of all of the candles around the edges, and this is something that was gifted to me, and whenever they passed on, I resurrected them, and we're using them in an alternative way. Recycling is important. If I haven't said that already, recycle, recycle, recycle. Okay, I do want to go ahead and add some of the fresh rose petals as well. I bought this in a big bag, so that's why I have them in a Ziploc bag now. Again, I'm going around the center and all edges, so the entire plate you can see flower. Beautiful flowers, because remember, this is for self. It's not just about cutting a cord with a person. It's about healing in self as you're doing it. So that's why we want to make sure we're incorporating ingredients that are giving us sustainability and growth and renewal. These are pyrite chips. So, you know, anytime you want to bring abundance into your life, you always want to add some pyrite. So let's just add a little bit of spring. Since I got them, why not use them? Again, what's the point of keeping something if you're not going to use it? So make sure you're using the things that you have at the ready at your disposal. If you don't have these ingredients, you don't have to add them. You can set the crystals on the outsides of your candle offering plate. Pyrite, tourmaline, quartz, lepidolite. Yes, I have a little Scully. I got my Scully out because of my girl Scully. If y'all know her, y'all should follow her. I love her to death. And I have a double doozy for black tourmaline. Now, I have this little piece of white quartz smoke. This is actually a milky quartz that I dug out of Arkansas myself. I want that quartz to be at the center. It is formed into a triangle, so I'm going to put it right in the center of it. My suggestion is if you want to add a crystal to your candle plate itself that's not a chip, make it something that is at least triangular in shape that you can put in the center. And remember, you can always take your crystal and wash it. So don't beat yourself up if it's getting melted wax on it or whatever. It's okay. You can always clean it. Well, some crystals can't be put in water, so maybe don't grab one of those crystals. I do have black calcite too I've got here. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do, now that I have all this stuff all around, I'm going to go and move that, sorry that that's in you guys this way, is I do want to get a bay leaf. Every time I do an intention, I'm always going to include a bay leaf. If you have the opportunity to light a bay leaf today, light a bay leaf today. So what I'm going to do with the bay leaf is I have a permanent marker. That's all I'm going to use. And I'm going to write my first and last name on it. So let me go ahead and write Misty and my last name Hanselman. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank y'all for being with me. I know I'm long-winded. I like to dissect things, so I'm thankful that you guys are stuck with me through this. On the back of the bay leaf, I want to put my birthday, 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 4-digit year. I'm a Gemini baby. So to all of y'all Geminis out there, hey y'all! Okay, underneath of that is when I want to go ahead and include what I call a sigil of protection. I've got one right here. I want to show it to you guys. It looks like a chicken foot, right? Or an upside down peace sign, right? Okay, so go ahead and draw your chicken foot on that. Now, after you draw that, I want you to go ahead and include a circle all the way around that chicken foot. And what that means is you're sealing the intention in that protection. So now it truly looks like an upside down peace sign. All right, if you have any other sigils or symbols that you want to include into your bay leaf, go ahead and include them. I did include my little sigil for bringing in abundance into my life. Because you know what? It never hurts, right? It never hurts. Any opportunity that you have, go ahead and get on it and do it. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start taking care of our candles. So we have our future self again, our self that we are now, and our past self. Now, what I want to do is I want to dress each one of these candles. What do I mean by that? I want to put either an intention or a name or a person that I need to heal from, grow through, or release. Because this is all about past. So if someone in the past has been just a thorn in your side, I want you to write their name on there. I want you to write their name on that candle, not just the intention. Because in a second, I'm going to say after the name, we're going to set an intention on the other side. So I'm going to put initials of a person that has been just a thorn in my side. So okay, maybe I'm putting more than one person. I put 3 people already, y'all. So go ahead and put how many people has been driving you bonkers from the past. Okay, just go ahead and do it. We're going to release them. We're going to cut the cord from them, and they're not going to be able to hurt us anymore, okay? So this is all about protection. Okay, now I don't want you to take your finger yet and wipe it off, because remember I said intention. Now, what do I mean by this? This is what we were and what we're leaving behind. This is past tensed energy. So now I want you to go with an intention of a feeling. What is it that you wish to let go of? For me, I'm going to put self-doubt, fear, and I don't know what else. I'll think about it. But first, let's put self-doubt, because I think it's something that we all deal with every single day. And all of us, you guys, all of us are guilty, because we have gifts and we don't trust in ourselves. All of us are guilty for self-doubt. So let's trust in ourselves from now on. I'm going to go ahead and put fear now. And I'm going to put money, because that's where my fear is. And I am going to put love as well, because I'm scared of all of it, y'all. And I know it's a shame, but hey, that's what this is about, is being honest with ourselves. Because nobody has to know what you're putting on that candle but you, sweetheart. Okay, now I am going to just set that candle, and hopefully it doesn't knock over again. I just want it to stay out of my way, and I'm not going to do anything else with it right now. I'm going to leave it just like that and move on to my next candle. Actually, I might put it over here just to make sure if it falls out. So now I want to move to where I am now. What I'm stuck in, black candle. What I'm stuck in. I see the black candle and I think I'm stuck in the mud. I'm stuck in the mud. Something's holding on to me and it's not letting me go. So I want to move forward from this. So now that's what I want to do. And again, this time instead of putting a person's name, I want you to put your name. The name you were born with, not the name you are now. Your past self. What do people refer to you back in the day that they don't refer to you anymore, because you're mature now and you're not who you used to be? Or maybe you're married now and you weren't before. Or maybe you're divorced now and you're going back to your maiden name. So put that divorce name down. Let's do it. I'm going to put that name. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that name right there. There we go. You got it in there. You just kind of see it embezzled. I want to flip that candle. On the opposite side of this candle is where I'm going to put the intense. What is it that's holding me back? Is it inability to see clearly? Is it my gift is not fully awakened? Is it that I need clarity and assistance? Immediately I'm thinking about wanting to see more clearly. So I'm going to write third eye. I'm going to write the chakra. That's what I want you to do. Whatever it is, where do you feel it in the body? Is it sacral chakra? Is it trapped emotion? Is it solar plexus? Is it that life force energy that's just got you down in the dumps and depressed? Is it your heart that every time you think about love, fear just runs through your body? Is it being able to speak things more clearly and stop speaking negativity to yourself? Or is it in being able to see things more clearly to make sure you know who's doing stuff and messing around? Also the crown. Remember, crown chakra is all about the connection to the divine. So whatever that chakra is for you that you really are wanting to push through and say, this is who I am, and this is what I'm stuck with now, but it's not where I'm going, because that's not going to be on that third candle. So I'm going to write on mine, I'm going to write third eye, and I'm also going to write heart. All right, we have 2 more sides on this candle. This is where I want to go right back to that beautiful protection candle that we had a minute ago, that protection symbol. There it is right there. One more time. I want you to put that protection, that chicken foot, I want you to put that you put on your bay leaf, I want you to put that on your black candle. And this time, we're not going to seal it. We're not going to seal it. Again, put your candle to the side and leave it alone. We're not putting nothing else on that candle. Now we're going to move forward and grab your white candle. Trying to see if I can find something. I want to show you guys the sigil that we are going to be using for this next. Here it is right here. This is going to be the sigil that we're going to put on that white candle. Now I want you to see it now, so you can go ahead and put it on that white candle. Go ahead and put that. Now this is going to go on the white candle where we're going. That is to protect against any and all dark or evil magic. It is a symbol to protect against any and all dark magic. I want that on that candle before you do anything else. Remember, this is our future. So we want to make sure that not only are we not operating in dark or evil magic, but we are not allowing dark or evil magic to interfere with us. Because as long as our eyes are on Jesus Christ and our Lord and Savior, no weapon formed against us shall ever prosper. Jesus died for our sins, and He rises for us every single moment of the day. So we need to continue to start rising for ourselves. Okay, now enough with the preaching. Let's go ahead and turn the candle on the opposite of where we are now. Now on this side, I want you to write your name that you are right now at this moment. And again, as I said, if you are a married woman that just got a divorce and you want to go back to your maiden name, that's the name I want on this one. I want that name that you're throwing away and you don't want to be called anymore on that black candle, and I want that name of who you are now. And y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to write Mystic Misty, because that's who I am. I'm not Misty Hanselman, the girl, the woman that got married to a guy that cheated on her. I am Mystic Misty, the powerful woman that is strong in her faith and in her convictions. Whew, listen at me. Oh, yes, Misty. All right, now on the other side, you have a quarter click. If you do a quarter click, I want you to put your birthday, 2-digit day, 2-digit month, 4-digit year. This is just to alert Jesus and God and all of the angels that not only is that our name, but this is who we are. There is only one of us in this world with that name, with that exact birthday. Only one. And we're right here. Okay. Now remember, I said put them down, leave them alone. Now we're going to start picking them up one at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and put my scribing tool, my pen, that's what I use as my scribing tool. Go ahead and put that away. I don't need my permanent marker anymore. Go ahead and put that away. I don't need my sigils or protection anymore because you guys have all seen that already. Go ahead and put that away and just tidy up. Remember, cleanliness is next to godliness, so we always want to make sure we're cleaning up as we go. It is important. You might think it's not, but it actually is a very important process. Okay, the next step. Now, for those of you who have essential oil, it doesn't matter to me which type you choose. Today, I have chosen to work with Raphael. These are essential oils of the archangels, and Gabriel. Now, Gabriel is throat chakra energy, and Raphael is heart chakra energy. So, I'm going to seal every candle with the essential oil of my choosing. Most oftentimes, you guys, I'll give you a tip, I use peppermint. I usually use peppermint for everything, but today I'm going straight to source. I'm going straight to angel. I'm just going to dip it on and rub every place that I inscribed in that candle. That is where all this essential oil is going, okay? I don't want to put them in too aggressively because I'm going to put both on each candle instead of just one on each. I will be applying both of these essential oils to each candle. And remember, you know, a little bit does go a long way. You don't need too much. Now, the next step after we get this in, if you guys have cinnamon, we are going to be sprinkling cinnamon on there. If you guys are allergic, then you can use paprika. It does not have to be cinnamon, but it does need to be a sweet spice. Gotta have the sweets. Okay, so I got the Raphael done, and now I'm going to go in with Gabriel now. So I have not only one archangel working with each of these intentions, but I have two. Again, if you guys have peppermint, that is for psychic awareness and clarity. If you have sweet orange, it will heighten your intuition, bring forth more valid connections with the divine. Lavender is all about healing and relax and peace. So whatever it is that you feel, that's what I want you to use. Okay, now we haven't gotten them set in because we're going to go ahead now, and this is where we're going to sprinkle them. And I am pretty aggressive with it. I'm not too concerned with how much I am using because, well, I've got plenty. It's not very helpful when your candle wants to always fall over. It's not very helpful at all. The candle just keeps wanting to fall over. That red candle just does not want to sit on here for some reason today. Okay, so now I'm about to sneeze from all the cinnamon. Thank God for a paper towel because I gotta tidy up. Y'all know I can't just have it sitting here like this. Ooh. Cinnamon's one of the best things to bring in abundance into your home. So let's bring it in is what I got to say about that. Okay, here we go. We're moving forward, you guys. Now we have our candle set. Now we're going to start wrapping our candles. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a tie in, and I want to start with my white candle, and I want to bring it about midway, and I want to just do a little tie, and then I am going to go ahead and bring it forward for a knot, which is just another little tie. The next candle I'm going to bring that to is I'm going to bring it over to my red candle. Again, I am going to, let me just go ahead and get some extra cut off of this. of my way so I can tie this in a better way. I do want it to be as tight as we can get it, so it doesn't have a lot of leeway there. Now the trick is you still have to knot it. Every candle you encounter, you need to knot. You need to make sure you're knotting that candle. Oh, this is so hard to do, so I hope you guys are not having as many complications as I am having. I'm just going to hold them down as tight as I can. That might be the easiest way to keep them in place. There you go. Now I'm going to go to the black candle, do the exact same thing. I think I have way too much thread hanging out, or, well, it's technically not thread, it's twine. Gotta love that twine. Perfect for a cord cutting ceremony. Again, you want to make sure you're knotting every time you bring it to the candle. And we're about to start switching it up a bit. And I will show you guys what I mean by that. As soon as we get that final wrap to the white candle, we're going to go to the white candle. And I want to bring it up the candle a bit. Let's see if I can go ahead and get that knot in before I bring it. And we're going to bring it up higher in the candle. Now, instead of going back to the red, I want to come back to the black. And I'm going to take it in the inside, wrap it around. And I will explain, well, actually, I'm saying I will explain. I'll go ahead and explain right now why I'm doing this. So, I'm taking this candle from the different links of it, right? To go to each different avenue and aspect. So, myself now looking back at what I've gone through, realizing the power of who I am. No matter what has been done against me, no weapon has ever prospered. No weapon has ever prospered. God has always been able to show me a way. And that right there is the validation that I'm going back to that candle. Okay, now I'm going to go to the red candle this time. Remember, everything has meaning, so trust and believe that every bit of me doing this and the way that I'm doing it is for a purpose and a meaning. Again, we've got to go back around and tie that other knot, because we've got to we got to make sure that we put the double knot in there. So when it burns, it has to experience it through the knot, not just give up on the original tie. It has to go through the entire knot. There you go. I would love for this to be a little bit tighter. It's kind of loose, but it is what it is. It's going to work. We're going back to the white candle now. Okay, and let's go ahead and get that tied on. And I want to bring it again at the highest. This will now be the third generation around this white candle. So this will be the final set. This is the final set around that candle. So again, tie it, knot it, now we've already gone from white to black. Now we're going to cross back and go back to red and then to black and then back to white if we have enough twine to make it work. Well, I think I can just probably cross it in. This is more complicated than I realized it was going to be. This one, I want to try to get it as tight as I can right there, because there's not a lot of twine. I thought I had so much extra, but the way that I've tied it, it has literally run out of twine, and I do have a lot of extra, but that is quite all right. That is quite all right. We're going to go ahead and just finalize it. Again, I want to make sure I do that final wrap around that white candle, though. So important for that candle. It needs to hit that ending on that white candle, not that black candle. So let me get it over there. There we go. All right. Now we have it. It looks a little bit weird, a little bit silly. But you know, we're a little bit weird. We're a little bit silly. We're a little bit rough, you know. We're rough around the edges. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just like the ingredients, if you do not have all the ingredients, it is okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about your intentions, what you're feeling in the moment, what you're releasing yourself from, what you're awakening into, allowing yourself to see what it is that you're trying to manifest, what it is you're releasing from. Everything is so important. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring all my crystals around this plate, because now it's time to start lighting the candles. So here we go. And what I like to do before I light any of my candles is I like to always do a little bit of a cleansing, okay? So anytime I have a candle offering going, I always have a white candle to the side burning. It's important about protection. It's always important to keep yourself protected. Well, Palo Santo is a wonderful protectant as well. It transmutes lower vibrations and negative energy into higher vibrations and positive energy. So anytime we can transmute something instead of just blocking it out and throwing it away and throwing the key, let's transmute it. It's almost like giving someone more than one chance. Well, sometimes you can't give someone more than one chance. So I'm taking now the opportunity to go ahead and use the cinnamon stick, cleansing that with the cinnamon stick as well. And because I have it right next to me, I am going to go ahead and do a triple cleanse. Since I do have 3 candles, I want to do 3 cleanses. So I did the Palo, this is, I did the cinnamon stick, and this is the dragon's blood on white sage. It's dragon's blood on the white sage. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start lighting our candles. And what I want to do is I want to start with the fragment of the past, of who I used to be, of what I'm letting go of. And usually, I know a lot of people would tell you always want to start with your white candle and yourself, but I want to do it in an order of letting go. So I want to start with the very past, with the thing or the curse from the family or whatever it is that says that I can't have more. And I want to work my way to my future self. So the white candle is the future self, so that will be the very last candle that I'm going to light. Now all I'm going to do at this point is go ahead and get my tweezers out, because hey, we have our bay leaf. Why not go ahead and do that bay leaf offering? Now in the bay leaf, I am going to be a little bit critical, because I want to light that in my beautiful white candle, bringing in happiness and peace. I want to make sure that I am covering the entirety of that bay leaf. And then I'm going to use the ash of the bay leaf, and I'm just going to set it in my candle offering plate. Remember, everything can be recycled, so that is an object that is burned, but the ash of it is great for thinking of dust to dust, ash to ash. So all we're going to do at this point is just watch the candles burn and allow them to tell us a story. While that's happening, we need to be thinking about, Father God, allow us to release this pain from our past. Allow us to see very clearly with how we need to move forward. Allow us to be in harmonious joy with our life. Release any negative attachments that may be formed against us. allow us to see ourselves truly for who we are as pure souls of God, as gifted souls of God. As it's going, I do want to do a little bit of a sound clear. Release, release, release all energy not serving me. Release and let it go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. I am happy. I am healthy. I am so fine. I'm made of the light of the divine. Oh, we just had action. As I'm speaking it, the red candle has already started letting things go. The red candle, remember, this is our heritage, this is our ancestry, and this is from the past. So it's already moving, and it's only done one generation. Remember, we have 3 generations that we have to clear on each candle. My black candle is taking off. There we go with the black candle. That first generation, or technically that very third, that would be what is the closest to us, is what has taken off first. The white and the red are still holding on, but it looks like the white is about to begin again. Remember, everything means something. As you're watching your candle, as you're watching the fire, as you're watching the twine, are you seeing images? Are you understanding what is being shown to you? Are you feeling something in your mind's eye? Are you hearing something in your ears? Sometimes you will hear your angels communicate with you as you are doing this type of progression and work, because it is all about release, and our angels want us to let the things go that are not serving who we are, so we can stand in the power of just what we are meant to do moving forward. Flame is getting a little bit wild. Oftentimes, you guys, I do suggest to get a foil plate, pie pan, and put it down underneath. I have had some clients that their candle offering plate burned and cracked in half. I think having the candle holders will protect your plates from doing that, so that's why I didn't use it. Remember how beautiful you are, how powerful you are. So we are getting to, on my black candle, the second generation has gone, and on my white candles, it has gone as well. On the red candle, it is burning right now. And we're almost down to the very end. You notice when you add or incorporate the twine element, as well as the knot around each one, your candle burns will be so much faster, so much more high heat, so much more intensity. That's the reason why I usually suggest that people use the tin, the candle offering, I'm sorry, not candle offering, but the tin. The pie plate, I'm sorry, I was losing what I was trying to say there. Some of my red wax has leaked onto the table, so that would be something that would be protected if I had that beautiful plate underneath of it, but I don't. Okay, so here we go. I don't know if you just noticed, but the twine just broke off of the white candle that was going to my my now self, not my past self, myself that I am now. We have a flame going on the side over here. I don't know if anybody is noticing that it's taken off all on its own. What happened was twine fell off of that red candle and crashed down, and it has now caught the plate on fire. Again, remember, you guys, if y'all don't have these candle holders, do not do this without the foil plate under the bottom. Do not do this without that, because this right here will happen, and it's not like you can just blow it out. I'm going to try to dab this one out though if I can. There you go. Just to release some of that extra heat from the plate that's not serving. So we can just be focusing on the candle itself. That's all I'm doing there. Just the 2 pieces of twine that fell on the bottom. All I did was use my tweezers from my bay leaf and I just tapped it out until it went out. I'm gonna just let it pour onto the actual table. No big deal, right? It's just a table, it'll peel off. As you guys are noticing, mine are pretty much finished. The only thing that I have is a small piece of twine that is just holding the wick on each candle, as a matter of fact. That is all that is left. Now, moving forward, that I've finished this, what I want to take forward from this is I have just released something incredible. What is that going to mean for me tonight when I sleep? Well, probably I'm going to have some vivid dreams. Something of my past, probably a member of my family visiting me. I'm a medium, so it's not like it's unusual. But usually that means that person that's having this done will also experience that. So just don't freak out, but be open to it. Be totally open to it. And when they show up, make sure you're prepared with the questions that you truly are in your heart that you want to know. Also, don't forget, you always make sure you're getting grounding and plenty of water. If you have the opportunity to drink a glass of water, please do it. And get outside, put your feet on the ground, and give back to Mother Gaia. I hope that you guys understand how to do this. I hope that all this video made sense to you. If you have any questions of what maybe you saw in a flame or what one thing means over the other, please don't hesitate to comment and leave a message. I do respond to all of my messages. I love you all so much, and I hope you all have a blessed day. I am going to go ahead and cut the video off because it's pretty much over. All we're waiting for is for the wax to finish melting out of each candle holder, and that's not really anything to see besides flame flying around. So you all have a blessed day, and I look forward to our next video.